It all started when I was about 16 years old. That was about the time that I started to really observe people's behaviour and just to think about life. Something became very apparent to me. I am pretty disappointed with the adult world. I would say this and people would ask why. I expected a lot of change and difference in the behaviour of the people around me. After all, they were adults. I always thought being an adult was a lot different from being a kid. However, I felt that the adult world was not what I had expected. Everyone just seemed to behave like they were still teenagers. Nobody seemed outstanding in any way. There was no distinction, as far as I could see, between the 16-year-old and the 50-year-old apart from their age. Where was the wisdom and excellence I'd come to expect? There was no change. I did not know it then, but over the years I have come to see that the reason people don't change is simply that they do not dare to be different. What does being different mean? Being different means not being afraid to challenge the norm, being willing to take a chance, asking why, making your own track and not simply following the well-trodden path, charting your own course and destiny, being the person that you were meant to be. Everyone is born unique, but through the years we work very hard to be like everybody else. We conform to society's so-called common sense. Many of you could spend up to 20 years getting an education so that you can get the jobs you wish. Doesn't it strike you as irresponsible that a person can spend so much time getting an education and yet so many people don't make any deliberate effort to develop their greatest asset, themselves? Many people think that once they have a qualification, that's it, they have arrived. Is it any wonder they don't grow? They are stagnant, stuck at 16. Most of us won't even read unless there's an exam in sight. But you know what? Every day of your life is an exam. Every day is an opportunity to grow beyond your present barriers and circumstances. Every day is a chance to become a better person. The saddest part is most people don't even realise this. If they had to be graded at the end of their lives, they'd get D and more Ds. And yet they thought they were doing well because they let society grade them. Success is the result of small, often unnoticeable, incremental steps. To many, success seems to come suddenly. When you observe others and what they have achieved, you usually don't appreciate what it has taken for them to get where they are. Ultimately, in failing to do this, you also fail to learn what it would take for you to attain the same level of achievement and success. It takes a huge amount of effort and commitment to succeed, and effort is difficult. Everybody wishes to succeed in life. Everyone wishes for a good life. It may be at different levels. One person may define a good life one way, and another may describe it another way. There are different levels and meanings to what a good life is, but whatever your definition of it, there is perhaps one thing that you may have in common with many other people. You may want that good life stress-free. You would like to have it without having to work hard or to struggle. That is a normal human expectation. Nobody likes to struggle through life. Unfortunately, that is also what may be stopping you from having that great life. The thought of all that work, all that planning, overcoming hurdles and resistance is enough to make a lot of people give up before they even start. It can all seem too overwhelming, and for many it all just doesn't seem worth it. Life is hard. I'm not saying that you are not justified in feeling the way that you feel. I know you have had it hard at times. I know that at times you feel like it's all very confusing and it's all very difficult. Trust me, I've been there all too often, and it's a place I still unwillingly visit. But that's okay, it's normal. That's what being human is. That's what life is. Life is hard, accept that. Once you do, you will feel better about your circumstances, but don't stop there. Accepting life is hard does not mean that you accept every circumstance and simply go with the flow. You see, there are two sides to this story. There is another side to this coin. One side of the coin you have the words "life is hard" inscribed, but if you turn that coin over you will find 5 very small but powerful words. They read, "You can make it better." That is one of the most beautiful things about life. You have total responsibility for what you do and how you respond to a hard life. As the saying goes, as cliché as it may be, if life hands you lemons, make lemonade. Accepting that life is hard comes with accepting that you have the responsibility to make it better. And not only do you have the responsibility to make it better, you have the ability and the power to make it better. So through adversity, through misery and depression, through illness and stress, remember, you are what you think and do. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you want to win but think you can't, it's almost certain that you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out of the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in a state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger and faster man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man who thinks he can.